Yo, what's up guys? We got pokeaim here. Today we have the next round of the Little Cup Open, part of my Grand Slam run. Now, I played round one, round two and three I got a bye. So here we are right into round four versus a pretty solid Little Cup player from what I've seen. So if you guys do enjoy the tournaments, this is all part of Grand Slam. If you want to see my entire Grand Slam run, feel free to just ending my session. I'm up, starting it while waiting. No worries. So if you guys, want to see the entire thing, check out my Grand Slam playlist down below. And also, if you enjoy tournament content, make sure you leave a like. This is the biggest Pokemon tournament ever because of Freezeye, which I believe is, he's right here. This guy right here got a Little Cup tournament to be the biggest Pokemon tournament ever. Over 3,000 entrants. So, if y'all like this, leave a like. Also, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. I'm on my way to 300K. That's my end of the year goal. And, yeah, we're going to pause it until we start it. And we'll be right back. Okay, so here we are with the battle, and big shout out to Kyther for the teams. Okay, I know this thing has Fire Blast because the evolution has Fire Blast. I know this thing usually runs Flip Turn, Psychic Fangs, Crunch, Protect. That's a Ponyta, which is very threatening. And I'm assuming Venipede is just hazards. Like I'm generally thinking that's the way it goes. I think I just always lead Mienfoo, no matter what, right? Venipede can do whatever. Gonna knock off first instead of faking out as they go for Spike. And we're gonna U-turn here. I think this Mon can still take every hit from everything, so I'm trying to think like the best way to win this game, but I believe it's just to go U. And I think Thunderbolt KOs, but there's no point in going for Thunderbolt because Ponyta can't KO me after, so I'll just Fire Blast and knock him out. So they got 3 layers of Spike. Doesn't look the greatest for me, honestly. 3 layers of Spike are very difficult, but I have Grookey to deal with this. Natu comes out. I wonder if it does 85% to me. Let's see. Because I don't need this to take a hit from Ponyta, that's about it. But I take Spikes too, so I don't even know if I take the hit from Ponyta well. Punkaboo, I think Porygon looks super strong there, but if this is Calm Mind, it's a problem as well. So, let's see, Coughing, Natu, Little Cup offensive. Why does that just straight up kill? Okay, no, that's Life Orb, get that out of here. I mean, either way, it does 18 and I'm at 17. So, how do I plan on dealing with this? Abra at worst is just a speed type versus everything. I think I'm actually just going to go Abra here because I don't take any hazards from this. Substitutes, whatever. We'll hit him with a Shadow Ball. They shouldn't be able to kill me unless they're sub plus U-turn, right? So Shadow Ball should be free. As their sub Giga Drain. Substitute Giga Drain. It is Life Orb as well. How much does my Abra do to this guy? Jesus, it just kills. Awesome. I kind of want to Focus Punch into Onyx. I've activated its Berry Juice, so it didn't make a difference at all, which is a little bit sad, to say the least. But I can at least go out to Mienfoo and just click Knock Off. Keep this thing alive because it'll always let me beat Natu. Earthquake does a good chunk, my god. We're going to Fake Out here just because of the fact that this is a speed tie, and I want to break their Sturdy. That Focus Punch would have been sick if I went into Carvana, by the way. Like, actually would have been sick. Like, if I'm going to lose a speed tie after, I'd much rather get some chip. Punkaboo comes out, and I have zero idea what this Mon is meant to do. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm just going to knock. I have zero idea what this Mon is supposed to do here. That's a lot of this gameplay, by the way. This guy definitely gets Fire Blast. Doesn't knock out Pharaoh Seed from full because I would love to get rocks up versus them. But then I get weaker versus this guy. But I always have Grassy Glide for these two. And this is one of their grassers. It definitely has Shadow Sneak too, and I know it learns Fire Blast. I don't know if they run Destiny Bond as their last move. I like Coughing a lot here, and I just like Sludge Bomb. I don't think I'll die to Shadow Ball with 18 special defense. And if I calc it, yeah, okay, I'm okay with a Destiny Bond. I'm okay with this trade. Cool. That's my dog going crazy. Hey, Puka, relax. I like the idea of going Pharaoh Seed because I force a Flare Blitz from that. I'm sorry, 1 sec. Yeah, I'm alone with my dog for this week, but I'll force a blitz. Yeah, because I need the chip on this guy to beat it. Grassy Glide is for these two, so I'll be okay. And then I think with a speed tie, I can pick up the KO on Ponyta, right? Even if it's Little Cup of Violet. 52 to whatever. Nope, not enough. So go you. I'll recover once just because I don't think they do enough damage to me. And then we'll just Ice Beam. I'm trying to Grassy Glide too. This is really difficult. I have, unfortunately for my opponent, froze the Onyx, so... And it did not thaw, which means I knock him out with Tri-Attack here. That was very, very unfortunate. Wasn't really trying to freeze it, you know? Carvanha comes out. I just knock it out with Thunderbolt. Nothing they flip turn into takes his hit. Yep, that dies. Then I believe it comes down to a speed tie, right? Because they're going to go Carvanha and Crunch. I'm going to live the Crunch. Knock them out in return. With Tri-Attack. I don't know if the crit mattered or not to either. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm 18 special attack and it has no... The freeze for sure on Onyx mattered. Oh, Thunderbolt always killed. Even with... That's +1. That's +1. Let me get rid of the +1. Let's make it neutral. Excuse me. I mean, it always killed anyway. You can see it's neutral. 104. So that crit didn't matter there. I have to Tri-Attack here. And then try and Grassy Glide win. My boy died to the Blitz. And he gets Berry Juice after. Uh-oh. This is going to be close. I think I go Abra. Psychic does enough to put him in range of Grassy Glide, and then Grassy Glide wins. So if I win a speed tie, I think I win. So I think in that regard, they should always go Carvanha here. So it's not a speed tie force. But if I'm going to expect them to go Carvanha and I have to win a speed tie anyway, I should sub. Yep. So then we Focus Punch and pray they're not Destiny Bond here. That shouldn't matter too much. I either way Focus Punch. And then it comes down to a speed tie here, which I lose. I can smell the loss. Yep. So if I win that speed tie, I win the game. Good game. I definitely got the crit on Onyx. Oh yeah, I 100% won if I win the speed tie. So it came down to speed tie there. We're going to play the second... I don't know what I could have done differently versus Spike's offense, personally. But we're going to use this team left. So, a lot of sets I haven't ever seen, but... I knew I was going to lose a speed tie immediately because I was already too fortunate for with the freeze and everything. Let me put this new team in. Perfect. And let's challenge them to game 2. I'm happy that I got it that close though versus someone who's clearly better than me. So they are using some standard stuff. Little Cup. Abra, Onyx. Do I have any Onyxes? I do not. Well, in this situation, always Mienfoo. Have fun, dude. My Fungus looks incredible here. And as does my Scarf. Mon. But yeah, always Mienfoo, always fake out, I think, in these situations. I'm looking at... I mean, it's always Mienfoo, period, right? Because in order to get progress, you fake out, and then you knock off. So they knock me. Okay. I'm gonna make the fungus play just in case they try and high jump kick here as they U-turn into what I'm expecting to be Abra. I'm a Violite on Staryu. So I'm actually going to make that play instead of going hard Pawniard just in case they sub focus punch. Exactly. And we're just going to Thunderbolt here. Their Life Orb. I believe Staryu knocks out Abra with Hydro. Oh my god, yeah, it hella kills Abra with Hydro. But I'm going to make the Pawniard play. You shouldn't risk this, actually. You should just go Grookey. You should always go Grookey here. Like, legitimately, you should always go Grookey here. It just makes no sense to risk this because I have a Pawniard, so I'm actually going to recover. Yeah, I'm not going to lose this safely. I'm gonna win the way I want to win. Can someone get this crap out of here? Thank you. Alright. We can bring out Pawniard here. I'm okay with making Abra come down. Who's hitting me up? Game 3, 2. I want rocks up. That way I can mess them up with my Porygon. So I'm going to do that. They Thunder Wave. I had a Zatu, but okay. Get up rocks here. Come on, dude. I'm going hard not to, just in case they want to rocks too. That's really annoying. That's an annoying miss there. This guy's so good versus them too. Yeah, because like rocks just to break sturdy and pressure things. Thank you. We'll go fungus because it should be able to eat. Okay, dude. Whatever. I'm sporing here anyway. I get my spore off. What if I lost a speed tie and went for U-turn? Okay. I don't think Grookey does that much to me, right? I'll sludge first into... No. Yeah, sludge is good. Sludge is always good. Because if they go Pawniard, I just click the exact same thing. Man. Rocks up would be nice. Just chipping away at everything and then allowing my Porygon to just start clicking button, which is really close. Yeah, we just sludge on this. Do a lot. It might even just KO. Yeah, give me that threat. Alright, Grookey's gone. Abra comes out. Life Orb Abra. They Psychic there. And now I go for knockoff and pray I don't get fully paralyzed. Actually, I'm going to ignore this threat and get up Stealth Rock. Because I don't think you'd ever risk this. Yep. Get freaking played. Yeah, I literally don't think you ever play that 50-50. Now, the reason I want to Rocks up is, like I said, I want to be able to deal with Onix. Is sturdy. I'm a Sludge. Because I believe I pick up a KO now. Oh shoot, this thing is weak. Porygon. Why is this mon so weak? Whatever. Just any damage on this and on Pawniard goes a long way. I have, even if they double out to Abra, which is a good play, I have my switch into it, so that's fine. I need a little bit more chip on these guys to win. Also, I'm pretty sure my Staryu literally 6-0s, so provided one speed tie is won and knocks out every mon. That did 29 to Pawniard as well. Sure. That's +1, which means it's not a Violet, it's Berry Juice, we know that much. Knock is just always good. Throw it out of here. And we just U-turn here. Alright, so we're really opening up for that end game with my homie. I'm a Heat Wave. as Onyx comes out. I did 15 to Onyx. But I believe that means Staryu gets a kill right after and actually kills every Mon on their team. So I'm going to sack this. That shouldn't give them Berry Juice because they're not Berry Juice set. This could be Boom as its last move. So I'm going to Hydro and pick up my KO here. Give me that threat. I would have loved to spin and not have any speed ties versus Abra, but I know Abra's Life Orb, so I'm in a good spot. And especially because they gave me Grookey so early. I already got Coughing in range of everything. It's this guy that's annoying. I go Abra, force a speed tie, I win the speed tie, and then I'm talking from their position what I do. I go Abra, force a speed tie, win the speed tie, did enough to put it in range of Fake Out. But Hydro KO, so it doesn't really matter. Just get rid of Analytic. Oh, it's because of Analytic. No Violet. How much does Hydro do? 76 to 90. Rapid Spin into it, I think is the play. Recover once. Oh man, can you not crit me, bro? Like, actually not crit me? So dumb, dude. What a crit. Because if they don't crit me there, I can... I guess it does 84 to 100. Still the principle, bro. Like, I can't switch from that position anymore. It's annoying. Anyway, we Thunderbolt, 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 Thunderbolt. Get some plays right with Porygon. I should have just Hydroed, I guess. No, High Jump Kick killed me. Recover was always the better play there. See, the thing is, this Abra is probably Focus Punch like I was, so it's really risky always playing with Pawniard. Anyway, like I said, Thunderbolt kills Coughing. Kills Mienfoo. I doubt it kills Pawniard, but maybe. $57 to 61 on it. Wait a second. That's a roll severely in my favor. So I'll look at its HP number when it comes in, but I'm pretty sure Abra is going to come out after, and I'm never going to get +1 special attack again. I don't know. I think this game's going to be hella close. $73 to 91. I need to get the roll versus Pawniard. Hey! Hey! That's also if they're max Spadef. I'm sorry, 1 second. My bad. My dog, she just got, like I said, she got some shots today. So she's a little on edge right now. How much does this do to Abra? Thunderbolt at +1. 78 to 94. Yeah. So Mienfoo dies, which is great. No high jump kicking in the face. It's at 90, which would mean 17 is the roll I need to get with Thunderbolt. 15, 15, 15, 16, 17. So the rolls, it's a higher chance that I get these guys than I get this guy. thing is, if they sub, it's still hard for me to kill it. Alright, they didn't sub, which is good. So I get to knock off here, which is nice. I always have to knock off. And pray I don't get fully paralyzed, basically. Coughing should die. Doesn't die, which is annoying. Pain Split, Sucker Punch, Fire Blast. This is so tough, man. I think I go Porygon on Pain Split or Fire Blast. Even a dodge would be nice. Yep. Why is it not showing my sets? No Violet. I'm not +1. This is neutral. Thunderbolt does 52 to 61, which is my play, always. Because they want to get in Pawn Yard. Problem is, I want to double to Mienfoo on Pawn Yard. No, I would rather... It already kills me with Sucker Punch, so there's no point. That just means I can go out to my own Mienfoo on them. If I make this double and they think that it's not worth it, I lose the game here too. So it's a hard call. It's really hard for me to call. I'm once again just going to Thunderbolt, I think. Then try and not get fully paralyzed with this guy. I mean, I could also paralyze their Pawn Yard, which would be really nice too. Look up is difficult when you don't play it all the time, man. All these 50-50s, speed ties, and things like that too. Alright, they gave me Coughing, which is great. My neutralizing gas roll off, nice. I think I literally play out the full para, so I just go for Thunderbolt here and then I high jump kick with my Mienfoo. Because I can't switch into Mienfoo and have them double to Abra, so I think that's the play. Just stay in, pray my Pawn Yard never gets fully paralyzed versus them. Because I think high jump kick will kill Abra. It does 78 to 94. My god, it's strong as hell. Okay, they did double to Abra. Good. I got damage on it. No para, unfortunately, but it is in range of Fake Out, which is nice. I just stay in. I can't risk going Mienfoo on Iron Hit Crit or Thunder Wave. And they double back out of Abra. Perfect. Good game. This is not some sort of setup set. Just gonna go U. Fake Out, U-turn. Basically just trying to get it as close as possible without having to... without doing much. Doesn't matter what they do, I have Berry Juice. And I can't flinch because of my inner focus ability, which is very funny. Then Iron Head knocks him out, I guess. Let's go! Okay, so, 1-1. I could have won game 1 of a speed tie, so now we're up to game 3. This is gonna be interesting. I kind of want to use Team 1 again. Alright, let's go this one. That's fine. Damn, man. 1 speed tie away. Alright, I'll use this team. The Foolish Grookey team. Have fun. Alright, so automatically, things I notice. Grookey grouped. Grouped. Threats for everything else. Mienfoo is always a lead choice. This guy gets trapped, but it can get up Stealth Rock, which is very important. And this is only 11 speed, which means I can definitely get up Stealth Rock versus them. You're very annoying versus them, and you are incredible too. Alright, let's start it off. It's always Mienfoo. Best case is I win a speed time, man, like immediately. So I can get the fake out knockoff going. Why are people randomly chatting about whatever? Why did War Turtle come out? War Turtle. War Turtle. Let me, okay. Fake out here. See if I can win one speed tie to save my life. Let's go. Knock off. This is a really good trade. I just high jump kick. Yeah, because I won that first speed tie, I'm actually in a better spot there. They switched out to Mienfoo here. Which I think is fine. Alright. Gonna U-turn here. It makes zero sense to stay in because if I get the speed tie one, let me just heat wave. Whatever. Heat wave in the pawn yard. Yeah, they versus speed tie. Okay, perfect. So I killed me. I kind of had a feeling, and I'm happy I killed Mienfoo for it. So they're gonna go for feint here. First impression, excuse me. Gonna go U and U turn out. Killing Mienfoo is such a good start, man. My pawn yard looks a little bit annoying versus them now. Oh, actually, do I even have to do anything besides... Fake out's always the best play. Why am I U-turning? Alright. You have first impression, feint, earthquake, and what the hell is your last move? Superpower. Hill. This guy gets a free... I don't want to get super powered into this guy. I'd rather go not to. Does feint do 20? This is not your set. Even if I had no attack investment, feint did a lot. Nice. Free eye jump kick. Wait. Nope. Knockoff is always better. Because if I get rid of that thing's item, that's one of the Grookey switch-ins. Okay, we're looking really good with Grookey now. We're looking hella good with Grookey now, man. So I always U-turn here. Sludge Bomb or whatever is coming out. You are still annoying for them, so I think the play is to go coughing. A Thunderbolt. I'm gonna Fire Blast because it's stronger and I can kill them if I want to speed. Oh, I'm not speed tying, but it's strong as hell. Which is important. And I have my Frillish in the back to kind of mess them up, so we definitely just click Fire Blast here. And I have neutralizing gas, so I'm not trapped. I'm so glad I clicked that one move. Let's go. And I landed. Gonna go U just in case they try and rocks up. Because that gives me a free high jump kick here. Very free. I believe now I go... They might double. But I think if I get up rocks, that's okay. Nice, I get a free knock now. Always. Give me this Pokemon. See if I can get a Brox for their Zatsu. I don't want to go Mienfoo. Because my win con involves Grookey cooking Grassy Glide a million times, Brox make the most sense. This is my strongest attack versus you. I'm pretty sure I don't kill you, but I got a Brox, which is nice. And my Frillish goes crazy. I can't switch because of its ability. So we got a Brox for Natu. I have no idea what this guy is running. Did I hit it with anything? Fake Out did 13, which means they're a Violet. Oh, cool. Oh, also, if Grookey wins a speed tie, it gets a kill too, which is crazy. Probably shouldn't have. Doesn't matter. That's your turn now. Is there a point in you turning? No, yeah, because I don't want to be in versus not to. This blocks my grassy terrain. I believe Life Orb knockoff does 29% to coughing. No item. It's at 29. 9. Let's see. 6. That dude is at current HP is 6. Wow, actually I don't actually knock it out there. Okay. So I go you. I always Thunderbolt. Hits everything. If they go Trapinch, who cares? Just knock it out after. Insane, by the way, that Life Orb knockoff from Grookey. The roll, because they're at current HP 6. Oh, what am I? I'm so dumb. I would have to get the least possible roll to do that. Why did I do that? Okay, it didn't end up mattering because I knocked out coughing, which is important. But holy crap, am I dumb for that? It looks like if I win one speed tie versus Natsu, I win the game as well, so. We'll see. I'm sorry, I'm tired, guys. I misread that. Yeah, I could have just knocked them off. But I guess in the same thing, it's fine to have coughing in. It's not like it's the end of the world. They have no Grassy Glide, switching rocks up. Let this knock me out here. I go for Grassy Glide on Pawnyard. Then I Drain Punch it all back. Because they're going to give me Pawnyard here. Then I Protect on Trapinch, his first impression. Also, if I win one speed tie versus Natsu, I win the game with Grassy Glide spam. So there's that. They're going to go Trapinch here and first impression me. I think that's the best play. I have 2 chances to win a speed tie versus Natsu, by the way, because both my Mienfoo and my Grookey are 17. Yep, they go Trapinch to hit first impression because it's higher priority, but I do have Protect. And we just Grassy Glide Trapinch. Ooh, look at little Grookey go! I think the play is to go right out to Frillish. Good U-turn. I Willow here always. They could Psychic Fangs too, to be honest, but I always Willow. I also think Grookey lives one hit from Natu, so this didn't kill. Perfect. And I got the Disable on Crunch, which means they're forced to go for, well, anything really, right? Let me just Hex. What am I doing? They're gonna Psychic Fangs here. Because they're burnt, I think I guarantee win the game with Mienfoo. Because I sack this. I Hex just in case they go Natu, because I'll kill Natu. Maybe they expect me to switch. So I Hex just in case. And then I believe, because if I knock out Natsu, I guarantee win. If I knock it out, I guarantee win, so. Okay, so this is burnt. Carvana, Little Cup Cleaner, Psychic Fangs. Status is burned. Which means it cannot kill me ever unless I'll calc the crit. Which is still a roll that's severely in my favor because I'm at 21 HP. So I always go U and U-turn. I believe U-turn does enough to not, and I believe I just win. Yeah, because this gives me an extra fake out. So I go U. I don't think Natu can knock me out because it's not Life Orb, and I just click Knock Off, and I have 2 chances to win a speed tie here. Please just give me the win right now. Good game. What an intense set. Holy crap. What an intense set. Holy crap, man. Yo, if y'all... Man, Little Cup is something else, dude. That was actually so intense. That was ridiculously intense. Does Grookey even die to offensive U-turn Natu? Oh, yeah, it does. So it literally would come down. Yeah. Came down to 2 ties. I like my odds there, to be honest. Maybe I should have just Grassy Glided. Maybe Glide into Fake Out was better. But I don't know. I don't know. I guess I could still win a tie at the end of the day. I have no idea. But alright. Guys, we end up winning. I'm very happy I won because usually when I get activity wins for forever, also pick up my shaker if you haven't already. Use code pokeaimMD, support me. Usually when I get activity wins, I lose the tournament after because I like activity wins. I like activity wins, what's it called? I don't like them early. I like them later. I don't like them early because the point of me being in the tour, it allows me to actually keep learning the tier, right? Look at RU. The more I play it, the better I'm getting at it. The more I'm understanding it, right? So when I lose early and when I get activity wins early, I don't get to practice it enough. And I do play on the ladder, but nobody plays freaking Little Cup games like this on the ladder. But holy crap, man. That was a set. I felt like I was SPL tiebreaker. Maybe I'm the only one who was thinking that, but whoops the hell. Was it you? I feel like it was you. Nope, it wasn't you. Thing is, Little Cup is so big, bro. Like, was it you, Chris? It was you. 1. Good games. All right, so we make it to round 5 of Little Cup, which more importantly secures some points for me in Grand Slam. I guess because people are here and they want to see. Puka, you're a good girl. I know you're all tired. I'll show you guys something as well so you can know my overall standings because I didn't know they had a doc for it, but Star actually made a doc. Oh, I have a lot of DMs on Discord. Whatever, I'll read them later. Let me find it. I'll find it right now. 16. So this is the... Here it is. This is the doc. Alright? Now, I'm currently number 9 in standings. Everybody's tied for everything. This is the max I can get is 43 points. I have no freaking clue how. I guess winning Little Cup Open and winning RU Open would give me 43 points. Insane. So, I'm at 13. I believe Little Cup for this round would be, I'd get another point, so I'd be at 14. But I think overall, there's still a lot of people that can get points here, right? Like, it starts to drop off a little bit, but there's still a lot of people that can get points because a lot of people are still in different tours. So, if I somehow manage to win semifinals of RU, I would have 15 points. I have 14 points now because of this one. But, yeah. I have 14 points now because of this one. So I would be tied for 7th. Top 16 is what makes it into the tour. And then if I win this round of RU, you know, I'm hoping I'm going to try my best, then I would have 16 points. Because you get 2 points for this, for winning this. Because TJ won, and he jumped from 9 to 11. So I would have 11 points in RU. As you can see right now, I have 9 points in RU. So I'd have 11 points in RU. And then if I win it, I'd obviously get more points. So the goal is, even if I don't win RU Open, I would love to win RU Open, obviously. Because the last time I played RU Open, I won RU Open. And that was 2017. And now it's 5 years later. It'd be cool to have a repeat. But I am proud of where I went. But winning that, if I don't win that, I need to win a few more rounds in Little Cup. And then I can still qualify, I believe. I would say somewhere around the 17-18 mark will be top 16. I do think that if I manage to secure 16 points, though, I'll probably be in a tiebreaker. For those that have no idea what I'm talking about, you're like, what the hell are you talking about? Just doesn't matter. Let me just talk. I would probably be in playoff tiebreaker, which would be fine. But yeah, this is a huge tournament, man. I wonder how many people it actually has on the sheet. Yeah, it has over 3. It has 3153. All right. Most of these people, by the way, that signed up, all got activity losses in Little Cup, which is kind of funny that they signed up for a tour and forget about it. But I mean, that's how it is. But yeah, guys. So we're moving on to round 5 of the Little Cup Open. I hope you guys all enjoyed. And yeah, I just want to give you guys a little breakdown because some people want to say, yo, I kind of want to understand the tour. So that's it. I'll see ya. Peace.